Come up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Man, well, AEW Collision, it was Collision. We have the Collision Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. And we talk about the tag team match, the six-man tag team match from Christian Cage and his group taking on FTR and Daniel Garcia. And Daniel Garcia, FTR get a upset win over Christian Cage. We'll talk about that coming up. Also, too, Ryan Danielson takes on, I don't want to box his name, but he'll take him on later on tonight. Plus, Continental Classic winner, Classic champion as well, Eddie Kingston goes against Brian Keith, and Brian Keith gets a surprise of a lifetime. We'll talk about that. As well as Serena Deeb makes her return to the ring when she takes on Queen Mouse, and we'll hear from Mark Briscoe. And plus, too, Backlash from The Rock return to SmackDown. A lot of the fans are upset that The Rock will be headlining WrestleMania. I'll give you my take coming up. Man, it's getting deeper and deeper. We'll talk about it as well. And two, we'll talk about this in the on Wrestling Hot Topics. Love and WWE, Montez and Bianca. I just binge watched it on Hulu, and I'll tell you what I really, really thought in my review of it and stuff. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Man, we got a lot to get to, so let's not waste no time whatsoever. All right, we're going to get things started here on the AEW Collision Ring Report with Classic Continental Crown Champion Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston taking on Bryan Danielson. And they were live in Texas. And Bryan Danielson, not Bryan, but Bryan Keith. Many of you may know who Bryan Keith is. I know Bryan Keith. He was a trainer for Booker T. Well, Bryan Keith got a bit of a surprise for Bryan Keith. Bryan Keith may have lost the match to Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston didn't win. Eddie Kingston won his match. But Bryan Keith got something better in return. Tony Schiavone come in the ring and announced to Bryan Keith that he is All Elite. So Bryan Keith will be joining All Elite Wrestling coming up. So Bryan Keith, all the hard work working being on the Booker T. Now Bryan Keith is now a AEW superstar. So congratulations to Bryan Keith on his momentum. Well, we move on to the next as Daniel Bryan takes on Henrico. I don't want to botch his name. I think I did, but hey, it is what it is. Daniel Bryan won his match against Henrico. However, Bryan Danielson with a win, the upset victory over Henrico tonight. So I think they're feuding with Bryan Danielson some way, somehow. We'll see with the Blackpool Combat Club and stuff. Also, too, we get to this. The Cold Handsome Devil, Hook. If we can find Hook. I guess Hook's not on here, but we'll find him. Hook was in action. Hook took on somebody that he beat. Hook defeating him real quick. I'll say that. Hook with the Hook attack after losing to Small Joe in the AEW World Championship match. Hook got revenge some way, somehow later on, and Hook got the win for the night. Also, too, Tony Schiavone sat down with had an interview with Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland will take on Hangman Page this Wednesday on Dynamite. Hangman Page, looking forward for this match. This is the rubber match. Both men have won a match over each other, but this rubber match is going to continue. And I tell you this, Hangman Page may want to think twice because Swerve is on the roll. Swerve shouting out, this is Black History Month. Swerve shouting out Kofi Kingston and Athena for making history and stuff. Swerve said he wants to make history, becoming the first AEW Black champion. The only way to do so, he has to defeat Hangman Page, and he'll get his title shot eventually.
But like I said, I think this is going to be a triple threat match between Swerve, Heyman, and Samoa Joe. That's how I look at it, and that's how it's going to play out. So we'll see. But Swerve also did make mention that he didn't want no interference. He didn't want Prince Nana in this trip in this one on one match between him and Heyman this Wednesday on TBS. Queen Amala took on Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb returning after an injury. Serena Deeb getting her win and defeat. Serena Deeb wins her match. So we'll see what this lead to Serena Deeb coming forward. I think when you look at it back almost 14 years ago, almost 15 years ago, Deeb and CM Punk and the rest of them with this great ass society and Luke Gallows, all of them still wrestling. Some in WWE and some in AEW, but you never would imagine. Also, too, Red Velvet was in action. She squared something up. Red Velvet won her match tonight as well. So a lot's going on. Even women's champion Tony Storm sent a message to Deonna Purrazzo that she's coming for some way, somehow. Tony Storm sending out the legions that she gonna do what she needs to do to keep her women's title. Well, we went to the main event. TNT champion Christian Cage, along with Kill Switch and forgot that boy name. The Patriot, whatever the hell, went against FTR and Daniel Garcia. FTR and Daniel Garcia, I think they make a credible tag team. FTR and Daniel Garcia put in the pieces in the notion. Daniel Garcia pinned, I think one of the men. And Christian looked right closely. Daniel Garcia wants to be TNT champion, but he wants to take his attention off and become the champion. I think Daniel Garcia may have a shot of becoming the TNT champion one way or another. You can tell there's going to be a future matchup on Collision, and we'll have that unless some pay-per-view comes around or WWE pay-per-view. I mean, hey, we didn't have a Collision ring point last week because of the Royal Rumble. That was the most coverage of it, and you can tell why. But like I said, that led to the end right there. So that is the Collision Ring Report. We move forward to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, a lot of fans are upset of the fact that The Rock showed up on SmackDown to make Cody Rhodes step aside to go against Roman Reigns. A lot of fans are upset. You can tell right here. A lot of fans hit the dislike. They don't like this, and they think The Rock is playing political power with this match, making it all about him since he became a board member of TKO, the parent company of WWE. And you can tell right here. This is right here. A lot of folks are saying the WWE upload the Rock and Roman Reigns segment from SmackDown tonight. It has over 50% most dislikes than likes on YouTube. Like I said, I'm wanting to see this match. No, nothing against Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Nothing against Cody Rhodes. He had his opportunity, and Roman kind of made mention of it. Hey, I'm number one. So if you want to take a crack at me one more time, all you gotta do is you gotta do what you gotta do. And Roman Reigns made it clear. You want to take on number one, you gotta beat number one. But you make that point. Roman did make that point. And after he made mention of Seth Rollins' passionate plea to Cody to face him at WrestleMania. Cody may take that offer, and who knows what between Roman and Cody down the road. But Cody said he's not done, but he said he's not gonna do it at WrestleMania. It ain't no, it's tough for some fans, and I get it. But maybe Cody might have learned from his second mistakes. Maybe he didn't want to get no heartbreak, and then folks go crazy again. Well, people have been pointing out that John Cena, when he returns WWE as soon as he could, he did not only put talent over that truly loves WWE. Saying The Rock comes over with multiple Avengers, like I guess saying XFL and Black Adam immediately exerts control and takes a deserving man's WrestleMania spot and cares only about PR. We want Cody. A lot of people are want Cody and stuff. A lot of people are pressing on in this, thinking that Cody Rhodes, and you can tell this is trending right now here on X. We want Cody, and I get it. Cody Rhodes went through the Royal Rumble match to earn this opportunity. He eliminated CM Punk, which is admirable. It could have went either way between Punk and Cody, but Cody won. But I guess Cody had to be the fall guy. Cody Rhodes. A lot of fans are upset that Cody's not going to get the spot. I don't have nothing against Cody, but I feel like the Rocky versus Roman is the marquee match. Cody Rhodes, he's getting there, but he's not no marquee match. This is the marquee match right here, Rock versus Roman. This match right here, many people may not like it, but you have to do what you have to do, and The Rock feels like he got to insert himself in this match, which I don't blame him. I mean, this is the 4-year anniversary of WrestleMania. Nothing bigger, no better. We'll see what the bride race is, but a lot of fans will still be watching. But they will be okay. You have to go on. I think Cody did it respectfully at Amber. The Rock did it respectfully at Amber. I just think people are too invested in something like this, thinking that things are going to change and going to sway WWE's mind. WWE already got their minds set. No question about it. I kind of knew when The Rock came at day one, he wasn't coming there for no appearance. He came there for a mission, and we just didn't know the mission. Even Logan Paul, who saying that we want Cody. Why is you inject yourself the United States champion? He needs to focus on what's going on with him. I think he already made bad ice with The Rock. He need to make up with The Rock some way, somehow. But it's that a lot, but I get it. But it's still at the same time, Rock versus Cody, Rock versus Roman is the match, and I want to see that match. I'm sorry. We'll see that going forward. But a lot of people online, the internet marks, the fans and stuff like that want Cody going to be chanting Rocky sucks and Rocky died. So you're going to get that. You're going to expect that. But we're going to see this match at WrestleMania, and we'll kick off at the WrestleMania press conference. And we'll see how this is going to go in Las Vegas. See how this is going to go coming forward. So wait to see that at the WrestleMania press conference this Thursday, February 8th. We'll see, but a lot of people are upset, mad, sad, depressed, you name it. Even the podcasters are upset, mad about this, thinking that Cody's opportunity got taken away by The Rock. But I don't think this far from the story. We see this right here, that Cody Rhodes don't think The Rock will be meddling in his business, but I kind of knew it was going to happen. I kind of knew eventually. It just wouldn't been The Rock and Cody. But a lot of people just don't realize it and don't understand the magnitude of it and stuff, and how this is going to generate business and stuff. You got to look at wrestling like a business. Some fans, some marks may like it as just wrestling and a storyline, but they don't know the business aspect of it and how business pertains to the effect of how everything's going to go. I think people just don't realize that, and don't put the common knowledge together and kind of put two and two together and realize that this is a multitude match right here. Rock versus Roman, that's multitude. That is like Hogan versus Andre back in the day at WrestleMania. Hogan versus Savage back in the day. I think people don't realize the magnitude of this match. And like we said, we're gonna do a special report of the Pro Wrestling Show Thursday for WrestleMania. Well, we'll do it probably for the SmackDown ring. We'll see. We'll see. We ain't gonna guarantee it. We'll see. But this match right here will be the odds maker right here. Rock versus Roman. A match that I wants to see. I want to really see. A lot of people are mad, upset about it. Like, how dare The Rock comes in and steal away Cody's opportunity and dream? And we want Cody. We want Cody to win. Cody Rhodes, look here. If Cody Rhodes was that upset and Junior upset, he would have left by now. But he's still sticking around. There's the only place he can go back is back home when he started and founded AEW. Cody ain't gonna do that. Cody's gonna be a team player. And at the end of the day, Cody's looking at the money. He's not looking at he'll get the accolades later, but at the end of the day, it's about the money. I think people don't realize that. Cody Rhodes realizes that. He knows that that's the prime and butter of WWE. The money. At the end of the day, it's about the money. Some people don't realize it. Some people don't care. At the end of the day, it's about the money. And we'll see how this is going to go between Cody and The Rock. The Rock played it off and came to Birmingham. Thank the Birmingham crowd and stuff. We'll have that tomorrow for the pro wrestling show for the Robert Ring Report. He thanked the Birmingham crowd for this moment. So The Rock being a gentleman, a class act. Cody Rhodes is a class act, and we expect Cody will challenge Seth Rollins tomorrow on Raw and take Seth Rollins on his offer to wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship. The championship that many people consider the working man's title. The World Heavyweight Championship version 3 rather than the Dusty title. Well, then they call it the Dusty's Championship, the working man's title. The WWE title is considered like it's the richest title in sports entertainment, but it's considered the entertainment championship. So we'll see that coming up between Rock and Roman. We'll see that coming up. Speaking of that, Bayley picked her opportunity. Bayley will go against her fellow protege, Io Sky, for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley, who has been sacrificing long enough. Bayley gets an opportunity for the WWE Women's Championship after she's been turned on so many times. Bayley didn't want to be turned on so many times. Bayley said, you know what? I'm tired of this. I've got to do something to equate this. So Bayley decided that she's gonna do what she needs to do. And Bayley got turned on so many times, even in NXT by Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. And Bayley saw that with her own eyes with stuff. So we know Bayley will get the opportunity for the WWE Women's Championship against Io Sky. We knew that was obvious. And this is obvious. We'll see that. Also, too, Humberto Carrillo changed his name to Berto. So coming up, Berto. It makes sense, simple, clear. So he'll be called Berto. Yeah. Could we see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill team up as a tag team and go for the women's tag team title? That could be a possibility coming up. I would love to see it. And then down the road, they'll try to one of them turn on each other. Probably Bianca will be the one, but who knows? Jade will probably be the one to turn on Bianca next time. Jade's a newbie and stuff. Jade Cargill impressed everybody last week at the Royal Rumble, making her WWE debut at the Royal Rumble match. We don't know what show Jade's going to be on. Jade was on SmackDown, but they don't know what they're going to do with her. The possibility of what's going on. But Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair could make an impressive women's tag team champions heading towards a road to WrestleMania. But we'll see how that's going to go for Jade and Bianca. Because, Jade and Bianca showed the show. Both women with their impressive size, strength, and beauty impressed everybody in the Royal Rumble match. I'm going to watch that Royal Rumble match again for myself, my own eyes, to see how that went down. So we'll see that coming up as well. So how that's going to be with Jade and Bianca. Speaking of Bianca, Bianca had her Hulu series, Love and WWE, Montez and Bianca. It was a reality show that followed the lives of Montez and Bianca as WWE superstars. Montez and Bianca, I just binge watched it, and I'm kind of impressed with Montez and Bianca.
I was trying to impress Montez and Bianca got a lot going on. I'll say this. The show kind of reminiscent of what's going on with them. They want to try to start a family, but Bianca kind of a little bit apprehensive, nervous to start one. Montez want to get down and dirty and go and get it out the way. Montez already got a family, got kids already, and then he wants one with Bianca. It's just it's obvious. But it just followed their careers, their everything was going on with them. The show kind of depicts that, but it's kind of like they're having, who knows, more support. I think she's more supportive of her about her career. She wants to be a career woman. She wants to be a mom, but she just don't know how to handle it. It's just a lot. I don't know. I don't know for a fact. But what I got from it was they're gonna try to work it, make it work, but something's got to give. I think he wants her to slow down. You can tell on the show. He wants her to slow down, not be in a career. And I think now would be the perfect time. She doesn't have nothing to do right now in WWE. So now would be the perfect opportunity and time for her to kind of start a family. She's not the women's champion no more. She doesn't have that much pressure as if she wants to go to main event WrestleMania. So I'm not wishing bad nothing on them. And then too, they kind of dress alike. I get couples like dress alike on occasion, but they dress like too goddamn much. So they need to tone that down a little bit. Dress alike, I like them as a couple. It's just that they kind of trying to be picture perfect. I get it, but most of the time you can't be picture perfect at everything and stuff like that. So they kind of need to tone it down a little bit and stuff. And he needs to focus more on trying to be a single star. He wants to be a single star, but he's being she's holding him back a little bit, I can tell. And Dawkins is holding him back as well. If Montez can focus on that, you can kind of tell who holding someone back. So these days being held back and stuff. So she needs to be a little bit more apprehensive. So we'll see how this gonna go for them. But it's a good show. I just don't like she holding him back and somewhat, how they go. They're holding each other back, but they're a couple, so married people. Married people think they know. So we'll see. We'll end it right here on the